biggest request in the series at this point for me would be, I want Mando with the dark saber. What say you? What do you want to see happen in this series? What's good, everybody? I'm back again with Hope Views to give you another breakdown on The Mandalorian Chapter 11. So before we get into talking about the episode, this is a full spoiler chat. Just know that going forward, and if you like what you see, subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, follow the page, like the page, share the videos. So let's talk. I gotta start this episode out by saying shout out to the Star Wars VFX team, the visual effects, the special effects, the makeup, the costume design, because this show has always been, and Star Wars shows have always been, a cut above when it came to practical effects and making these alien creatures. But the opening of this episode, when the frog lady meets her husband, like, it highlighted something that I had seen before but never really mentioned it when I did my last video. And that thing is, you can really see the expression of different emotions on really a make-believe type character. We've seen in other Star Wars movies where they went full CGI with a character and how those things can turn out badly. But here is full practical effects. It's a full mask, but yet under this mask you can see the emotions of terror, the emotions of worry, the emotions of panic or doubt. All those things come through in that costume, and that's amazing. When the frog lady links up with her husband, you can clearly see the joy on her face, and it was just weird. It struck me as like, wow, you know what? This has always been present, but it's real prominent here. So big shout out to everybody who worked on those costumes. Those are the people who like work on shows that just go unnoticed or go unappreciated because all we think about is the acting or the people in front of the screen or the people calling the shots as far as directing and cinematography. But honestly, these guys did their thing here, especially with that character. Now, I'm not doing a big shot-by-shot breakdown, maybe like I did with Lovecraft Country. Like, I don't think that it's necessary to go through and talk about every single thing, but I will do highlights. And one of the things that really stood out to me in this episode and really kind of blew my mind is how one line of dialogue delivered by old boy on the boat just kind of blew away everything I knew about the Mandalorian character. So after Baby Yoda gets attacked and they try to ambush Mando, the male Mandalorian with the other two ladies, he says, he's one of those. And my immediate thought was like, man, what you mean one of those? Like, what is that? And then with like maybe 3 more lines of exposition, you get Mandalorian, our character that we've been following, is in a cult. And the things that he's asked to do are like cult things. These are not normal, actual Mandalorian things of the planet of Mandalore. And I was shocked at that. And I was happy that, wow, so much, questions have been brought into play with just one line or a few lines of dialogue. And at the same time, I was like, that makes perfect sense. One thing you need to know about cults is that if you're a member of a cult or if people accuse you of being a part of a cult, a lot of times you can tell because you're being asked to do things that other people see as unreasonable. And the thing I see is like, man, they tell you to never take that helmet off in front of anybody, ever? Like, that seems to me like a tall order. And I found it to be telling that, hey, some of these things that you do and the way that you respond to certain things with, this is the way. Just, like, sometimes that's kind of ambiguous, man. Like, you don't get an explanation sometimes from some people. Sometimes they just tell you this is the way and you just roll with it. And I think actually she's the main character, the heiress, I believe that the episode is named after. Like, she uses that against him later in the episode. Like, hey, this is the way. And he just kind of rolls with it. Like, he's obviously pissed that he's being asked to do more, but this is the way. Okay, this is the way. Like, that's kind of his response to me. And that's cultish, bro. Like, you're in a cult. You might have been bamboozled. The action in this episode, just like many other episodes, real nice, real crisp, real good. But the thing that I liked about it, and it harkens back to season 1, I think it's episode 2 or 3, probably 3, where the Mandalorians that were under the city kind of rose up and helped save Mando and Baby Yoda, and they kind of decimate a whole little town. And this is the first time we see the one with the jetpack, and you know they were fighting earlier that episode. Like that was that episode in season 1. Here we see that same dominance of a small squad of Mandalorians taking out a large amount of opponents. And it just kind of showcases how badass these Mandalorian fighters are. And I hope that it's something that we continue to see throughout the season, because we need to see more Mandalorian as a group action and more to add to their mythos. Like, people treat them with such regard, but we need to see why they're such a big deal. We saw it in episode 1, we saw a bit in season 1, we see it again here in episode 3 or chapter 11, however you want to catalog them. So as far as Mandalorian season 2 is going, with these chapters and everything that we're getting, what are some of the things that you all are looking forward to? I know I'm personally looking forward to seeing, and this is just a wild request, I would love to see at some point in this series the Mandalorian, our character, in possession of that dark saber. Like, I really want to see that thing come to fruition. I would love to just see a chain of events unfold to where he ends up with that dark saber and being the top dog in the Mandalorian order. Also, I would like to see somebody go head to head with Giancarlo Esposito, although I have a very strange feeling that the first time that they put him on camera against anyone, he's gonna like force choke him out or like hit him with that sword play and eliminate him super easy looking. So I hope it's not Mando first up. You know, let's get some minions out there and get them wiped away to show his dominance. But I do want to see one of the more impressive looking characters go up against Giancarlo Esposito, so we can see what he can do against one of these fighters that we know to be formidable. Biggest request in the series at this point for me would be, I want Mando with the darksaber. What say you? What do you want to see happen in this series? Do you want to see eventually Baby Yoda speak his first words? Or do you want to see if he speaks like the Yoda that we know? Like, does he speak with the riddles? I actually, unless there's a time jump, I don't see that happening, but who knows? Just let me know in the comments what you want to see happen in the series moving forward. It's the darksaber for me. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'm about to get cranked up on that Call of Duty. Just came out the other day. You know, it's Friday. I came home. I watched this episode. Now I'm going to get on the Call of Duty. Start working on that story mode. And once that's wrapped up, I'll have one of those videos coming your way real soon. Please subscribe. Please share this. Enjoy yourself. Guard your heart. Come back and see me again.